Okay.
All right, so we're good. Oh, you can't hear us though. Can you hear us now?
Hey, Jerry, can you hear us?
He muted on our end or his end? Yeah, he's talking. He's a breath.
Jerry, can you hear us?
I gotta hang up.
Hey, you gotta hang up.
Well, at least we're good.
Okay, now we should,
Now you're on mute.
no,
Speakers off.
the speaker's off, so we don't have to hear ourselves. But we should still, and we are, because we're being closed captioned, we're still being recorded on your phone, so.
Okay,
So as long as no one pops back up to be part of the meeting, it will be, recorded for posterity and sunshine law. Okay. Thanks, everybody. That was a team effort to get some sort of audio recording. I appreciate it. You just want to do roll call again? Let's start over.
Okay. Carrie Coy.
Here.
Garrett here. Emily Horton. Jean. Here. Liz. Laura Jordan. Here. Joel Oakey.
Here.
Jerry Pinker. Right.
No, not here. No.
So you have to hang on.
Okay.
Corin.
Not here.
Emily Shepherd is not here, but Pam Bliss is here.
Pam.
Here. And then you got.
Here. Okay, approval of March minutes. Does anyone have any issue with the March minutes?
No.
And I make a motion, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for March. One second for that. All right, we don't have any visitors. Pam is sort of sitting in for Emily. We appreciate that. I figure you will give us maybe an update at the end per usual. All right. So the next item of business is old business, and the first item there is no Mo April update, and I will give that in Corin's stead. He's been doing a fair amount of work behind the scenes. We got city council to basically remove the fine for the month of April. And as I understand it, it's for all Aprils to come. It's like all Aprils to come. So that's very exciting. It's not just this month. That's great progress. And Corin was able to work with Sean Finnegan from the Sustainability Commission and get some Friday page ads put out and to get something in the Webster Kirkwood Times. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was in there this past Thursday. The website for No Mo April has also been updated, which is great because it had some references to the initiative being closed, and we've got that updated with Jenny's absence. We didn't quite know where to go, but that's good. We're going to try and add another bit of information on there soon on the webpage. We do have signs again this year. I made a submittal per the process to Scott Davis, request the funds I'm not sure if that submittal got approved or not, but Scott emailed me and said, we're getting signs. We're getting
Signs will be here Wednesday.
50 signs here on Wednesday. They are for sale for $7. So, we're gonna add that information to the webpage soon, hopefully. But it's fairly accurate right on the webpage.
I think he added that to the Facebook post.
Yes, he said he was gonna do that. Thank you, Scott. Yeah. So you can, I think, refer to the rec centers, refer people to the rec centers, Facebook to get more information, or the NOMO webpage on the city's site. And then I think Corin was gonna do some, social media kind of informational posting and probably respond to any feedback, really. Anybody have any comments or questions about NOMO? Thank you, City Council, for being supportive of it again. That's great. All right, the next item of old business is Green Our City. And Joe, you want to provide some updates for that?
I don't have as many updates as you do, 'cause you went to the last meeting. I know we're slated to inspect the trees we installed the last 2 years, the weekend of May 4th. We're gonna talk to homeowners, give, water reminders, mulch reminders, all that stuff, make sure trees are still alive, and if they're not, make note of them. But aside from that, I think we've been working with Public Works and Parks to kind of get a groove going on how to proceed the year, so I don't really know where we're at with that.
We got a couple questions answered, but I sent a follow-up email to Scott and Vera, and I haven't heard back from them on that. So I think I'll send that email out again. Yvonne, could you, because I wanted to make sure we were on for our next meeting date, which was April 10th, 10th or 11th. Can you check that Wednesday date?
Yeah.
Which is at the 10th or 11th. And then I gave Scott some information on what we wanted to post or what we thought would be great that could be posted in the Friday page and posted in the Webster Kirkwood Times information. So that email is out there, waiting for feedback from him. If you could.
We pretty much have this year broke down as far as the timeline of getting residents information about sign up for a tree deadline, the tree workshop.
Yes.
August. The weekend before.
I think it's in our minutes from last time.
So aside from that, we're just kind of waiting for it to be enrolled on the website, the new sign up.
Yeah, and the sign up is active. We had 3 or 4 people already signed up at that meeting. I got to see that breakdown. So we just need to publicize it so we can get more people to sign up. So that's sort of the key thing from that, is to poke him at your next meeting. And I'll resend that because it's been a couple of weeks since I've done it.
Okay, you'll resend it now.
Yeah. And could you send an email to Corin and Liz and make sure they're on board for May 4th? And then you and I should probably meet before then just to, make sure we have a game plan for that day.
Sure.
Jerry's back. Oh, he's there. You have to let him in. Well, I'm hoping you can hear us, Jerry. Why don't you type into the chat if you can?
We need to unmute him.
Yeah. Can you hear us, Jerry?
Is it the same one over there? Okay. There you go.
Where the ball is? Close, alright? My thumb just is.
Hey, Jerry.
I'll see the baseball.
Okay, Jerry, I'm muting you.
Where's the ball? Why? Oh, hi, good.
So Greener City, Vine, is it possible to do like a promo of this tree sign up with Arbor Day, like a trifecta promotion to like kill three birds with one stone type situation, or does that be very rigid that it has to be Arbor Day strictly?
No, I think you can promote anything and everything that you
Like
can.
on a Friday page, for instance, you know?
Yeah, I don't know who makes the Friday page happen these days, but Eric yeah. So if you put something together or give me the bones of what you want, if Dan has time, he put together a really nice flyer for Arbor Day.
Well, that's what's in that email, all that stuff.
Oh, okay. And I'll have him, so are you wanting a poster for Arbor Day or
No, like a social
handout?
media code.
Oh, okay.
You know, like,
Yeah, definitely.
just to raise
do that.
awareness.
Yep.
Yeah, so all that stuff's in that email.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Then if somebody sees Jerry posting into the chat, let me know. I will unmute him and turn my speaker on. I hate listening to myself. All right, the next item of information, or, item of business on the agenda is the Trees of Distinction on Arbor Day celebration, which is all planned. Are there any, I saw this,
Yeah, so here's a Linda Green plaque. Get that. So Corin can use that, and then we'll put it in the marquee, which is out here in front of the rec center. And then I'm working on, I got a QR code that will go on a plaque that says Chestnut Hill Subdivision, Arbor Day 2024, Tree of Distinction, sugar maple. And then, so the QR code is what we'll probably do on future Trees of Distinction, that when you click on it, it brings us up to the city page about tree awards. And so, as long as they're able to make that plaque, which they said they thought they could, so they can put that plaque next to the tree, and I was gonna order a little tree stake that they can either Velcro that plaque on, or we do like a double-sided tape, and they can just stick it in the ground next to that tree.
Okay.
The plan, and then, we have the scouts doing the flags, I'll pick up snacks, picking up trees sometime next week or the end of this week, so we're ready. And the whole dug, basically the same protocols before.
To bring a table, a collapsible table to put the thing.
I think we have a couple tables at Southwest Park, so I think we'll be okay, and if not, I have a couple little ones I can bring.
do you want help with the refreshments? Or is it easier to just keep them, I don't
It might just be easier for me to pick them up, maybe just help putting things out, setting up would be good.
I think last month we said try and get there at 4:30. Starts at 5, right?
Yeah. Rain or shine, well, it's dangerous weather.
Oh, the tree planting starts earlier. Does it say what time that you?
Tree planting's at 3, ceremony's at 5, so folks can get there about 4:30 and
For the ceremony? If you want to go earlier and help plant, and that would be awesome.
then we have the tree walk after that.
Yes.
So.
I need to call David Gunn and confirm.
Sure, oh, yeah.
You haven't talked to David Gunn lately, have you?
Me?
No, it was,
No, I haven't.
all right, I'll reach out to him, just to confirm. I know he has it in his calendar because I put it there, but. All right, any questions about Arbor Day? Okay. The next item of business is, the Eco Ed series. we had an event in early March. Emily and Jeannie were there. And then, of course, some folks from sustainability were there as well. What did you think about that EcoEd talk?
I thought it was very interesting. It was, and I forget the name of this organization, these houses at the Botanical Garden. And I emailed, friends, and one of my friends came and she said, oh, after this talk, I'm gonna get my electrical panel checked. And all right, I looked at it, I looked at my house. So I gave very practical,
About how to get your home energy efficient and improve the efficiency. I thought the part that he did, like at the beginning, kind of the overarching look of all the energy that, we think about all the energy spent to do big business and big ag and all these issues we talk about, but like one of the number one losses of energy or uses of energy is the loss of energy from our own homes. There are things we can all do in our own homes to make our own homes more energy efficient. So that's what he talked a lot about, which was illuminating.
very professional.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah. Name of this organization, Be Well or something?
I forget. Good, but I forgot. But yes, there is, in conjunction with, the garden, which I thought was interesting.
Building Matters.
Building Matters, yes, thank you, that was in our minutes. Building Matters, and his name was Malachi Rain. So actually, since you have this out, I was just gonna touch on what the next ones are as a reminder. We've got the tree tour is part of the EcoEd series, and we talked about that at the event. St. Louis, America's Environmental Sustainability Destination. Don Corrigan is on May 7th at 7. Nicole Miller-Strutman is going to talk about bees in Western Grove, Public Library at 7 on June 4th. And then we skip July and August. And this is not the most accurate one. That's all I know for sure right now. We do have additionals planned, one for September and one for October. I'll send out an updated, got it to you guys, so you've got the most updated one. And Karen Anderson has been working with Sean Finnegan to get these advertised and promoted, so she's been doing a really great job on that. Lots of kudos to Karen and Sean.
Said something about snack refreshments.
Yes, I was just wondering if you wanted help, because Jeannie had mentioned that she could help with refreshments in the future. And I just wondered if you wanted any help, but you already said not for this event.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, Jeannie, do you wanna contact Karen Anderson or email me and I can connect you with her in an email, and if you're still interested in helping in that way, we could see if she would like that help. Yeah, if you may email me, I can connect you. All right, any questions about EcoEd? Yes, they were delicious. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. I had one.
They were well received, and then there were still some left, so I invited the library to come and get some, and they were so happy.
Yeah, I think it.
They were actually
Snacks are always
warm.
Yeah.
Her husband came, he pulled them out of the oven.
I made the brownies and told them, put them in the oven, and get them out, and they to the library.
And she delivered them.
Great.
What's his name again? Yeah. He said, I have brownies.
I said, just, because I was in New York, and I mean, my dad in a leg line, I said, just look for someone who looks like they're in charge.
Hey, Karen, before we get too far back to Arbor Day, this
slides.
We got five.
Okay, so,
So Trees USA luncheon and international.
Fifth.
And you went a couple years back.
yeah,
So we received a growth award for our replanting project through Green Our City Initiative. They announced it, I don't know if they gave you a plaque or a sticker, I don't know, but we're getting recognition in front of the whole entire audience. So, Yvonne, you know more about the work of Trees USA, do you get any extra points for?
Yeah, so when you apply for a grant, you could get a higher percentage towards towards your grant.
so we got the reward through, through who?
Trees USA.
Oh, okay, and then 4, Green Island City.
Mhm.
Okay,
Award, yeah.
okay. And you're gonna be recognized on 4/21. 5/21.
Or
425.
25. And that is at the, lodge in De Pere, which is
Oh,
their,
good place.
yeah. And I think Emily, I think she was planning on going to that,
Yeah,
but she didn't know about the award.
okay, good. Yeah, there may be transition we did, starting because of the election tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay. I'm sure Emily's still there.
yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was out there helping plant trees. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Mhm.
The next item of new business is the annual report and work plans for the upcoming year. And I took a stab at a draft, if you can send those down. I'll send this out to DSAC too. On the plan, we're supposed to list, or excuse me, on the submittal, we're supposed to list basically our purpose, our work from this past year and our accomplishments, and then our plan for, the upcoming year, along with a budget, and then also list any ongoing initiatives that we have. So what I really was hoping that you guys would do, we don't have to do it right now, but maybe actually we could look at the work plan and accomplishments for the current year. I just want to make sure that I'm capturing everything, so if you guys could read that, we could talk about that briefly. So it's about halfway down. Work plan and accomplishments current year, July 1, 2023 through June 31, 2024. Did I miss anything for capturing what we've done in the past year?
If someone who's leadership committee, I'm impressed by the level of, coordination between commissions and conferences. I think that's notable. With others,
Do you have the pollinators?
Well, I don't think we're current on our, Monarch Pledge, engineers for Monarch Pledge. Not sure, I'll ask Jerry. I went out there and looked at the webpage to see if we were, and I don't. And I did include this because the stewardship activities, because we have done planting of natives and garden maintenance.
well, we're
Oh, let's talk about that next. So are you looking at the work plan for next year? Yeah. Okay, so just staying on the current year plan, if nobody has any suggestions, I'll roll with those, but I'm gonna send this out to everybody, so if you think of anything, respond to that. And I wanna make sure Corin and Liz and Jerry and Emily, I'll get a chance to type into, so. All right, so in the upcoming, which is the next paragraph, I listed the things that could possibly move forward. And I've just been thinking a lot, looking over our, we got this updated, I think you guys all got it too, the updated, description of, you know, what our responsibilities are and what actions we should be taking as a commission. I think we got that. When does anybody remember when we got that update? It came out, you guys are all. Maybe, yeah. You know, we talked a little bit about making sure that we're kind of aligning with that mission or purpose. So the goals that I really would like, what I would really like us to focus on for the new year are things that I think align even more directly with that purpose statement. So I've listed those under possible new activities below, and then above possible new activities, I just listed the old activities that we've been doing, but you know, maybe we want to keep going if I can get more help with those things. So back to your question, Judy, what does it mean to lead this for next fall, the lead. I can coordinate more with you on that, but basically it would be picking up sort of the promotional end of that, meaning coordinating with Yvonne, perhaps Eric Peterson, promoting it and the different means of promotion that the city has.
Suggest updates probably for the website.
Yes, suggesting updates for the website, that's true. Purchasing, perhaps coordinating to purchase more signs. Actually, we still have signs, so that wouldn't be a thing, but coordinating with the rec centers to get them back on sale. And so it would be a lot of promotional steps and coordinating with the staff liaison, Yvonne, and the folks in the city to make that happen. And I would definitely meet with you at the beginning of all that to say, this is what we did last year, and these are the people we should talk to, and, you know, if we want money, we gotta use it, a request form to. And that would be the same for, the No Mo initiative, and I wanted to ask Corin, you know, he's done such a good job at getting that back and rolling. I want to see if he would want to pick up that ball again next spring, or if someone else wants to do that. So I need to get an answer for that as well. The Green Our City initiative, I think Joe and I are both really committed to keeping that going and think it's important. And I think actually that aligns very directly with this mission as it's laid out now, because it does involve public right of way. And the trees of distinction and tree stewardship and Arbor Day, and that's critical to the certification as a Tree City USA, and we think that's an important recognition, and can also gain funds, really, right? With the growth award, we can get grant funds. So I think that's pretty important too. The Eco Ed series, Karen's been doing a lot of the promotional work on that, but I still worked on finding our set of speakers for that. So there's some coordination and outreach that needs to happen just regarding getting speakers for that series, if we want to keep doing the series, and then coordinating with Karen on the promotion of that. So that's what that would entail, if we want to keep going with that. So the possible new activities are, I feel pretty strongly about looking at the tree preservation ordinance and making recommendations to the city on that. Just in the last month, I think in your neighborhood, I saw another set of amazing trees getting cut down with a new development of a home, right? So we've got to think about the challenge that the city's facing, right? I think there's some limitations with what they can do to developers because of the way the ordinance is currently written. So I'd like us to come up with some suggestions for what to do, and then talk with probably someone in the planning department about, like, why would that be possible or not possible, or why would that be a good thing or not a good thing. There's all sorts of challenges I'm sure I don't understand. So that's going to take some time and effort. But I think that would be a really worthy effort. And that's something I would really like to spend more time doing that than maybe doing some of these other things personally. There is going to be a comprehensive planning process happening soon, and I think it would be important for us to try and stay engaged with that, and don't even know what that looks like right now, but
I think this is a good time to bring up the Department of Conservation Planning document.
brought that with me.
Okay, Dr. Peebles has a copy
Oh, good.
that I took when she presented. So it's on her radar. I often say, when we're talking about strategic planning and the tactics, I say, can we tie this into the department, the conservation planning? So I think just keep bringing it up is a good idea across so many departments. So,
Okay.
yeah, don't forget that that's going to be part of that. And I know that they are going to be engaging, for example, for economic development, they're going to be talking to business owners, so I'm sure they're going to be reaching out to you, so just maybe be prepared
Yes.
and available, so, yeah.
So I'm sure that's going to take some time, and I want to engage with that. You guys, I would assume, want to engage with that too. So I want that to be on our list. If that's something we know is going to happen, you don't get many opportunities to engage with that kind of process, right? When was the last one? Remember? I looked at it today. It's like this really old. Oh my. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then these other things, I think, these other three things, and I'm not sure how to prioritize any of this stuff. I'll discuss that some more. But native and invasive plant related ordinance review and recommendations, which I think probably fall across multiple ordinances, probably. Planting ordinances in commercial and residential settings both. And then urban forestry best management practices. There is no sort of ordinance for that. There's no that I am aware of. But I think a lot of cities with foresters have those types of documents. The city doesn't have a forester. We've got an arborist that works on the public works staff, and then Yvonne is an arborist. I guess are you technically the city arborist? I don't.
For the park.
For the park. Okay. So I think right now there's a new public works director, and I'd like to have some conversations with her about, what's your background in community forestry? Can we help? Because we're starting to talk to her a little bit in these Green Our City discussions. So I think it would be nice to take a look at those best management practices. This is all just like big spaghetti I'm throwing at the wall right now. I'm guessing you would think that's a good idea.
Yeah, they don't really have Public Works doesn't have a plan for the trees, period. Reactive, not proactive, it's been like that since I worked there, and last is still like that, like, just trying to like make sure that we're guiding the ship in the right way, because we're losing a lot of trees, whether it's development or age, they're aging out, it doesn't matter. People plant hundreds of trees every year, we're planting 30 to 40 trees a year, and right away is not enough on top of the contractors moving trees. We're just concerned citizens, so.
Something else that we talked a little bit about today, I'm not sure if, once we get a new, person who can do what Jenny used to do, possibly maybe Green Space would have a page on the city's website where they would have, links to information of the programs that they're doing.
Yeah. I have a question, and it's an awareness thing that can tie into no mow is, now that I've left the leaves, what do I do with them? Do they stay there in those planting beds? Do we remove part, mulch over it? That would be, I think, a good educational
Yeah,
thing.
I was at conference, we were at a conference a weekend or so ago, and when I was talking there, I was talking about advocacy for native plants, and I was talking in particular about NOMO. And we did such a good job with NOMO from front to end, you know, with the letter in the paper about how to follow up.
Yeah.
But honestly, we lost Linda, and she was such a big part of all that promotion. It was, that's something we definitely missed an opportunity on.
I don't want to leave in certain areas because they harbor weeds growing where I'm trying to rotate them. So I myself have started waking them up and taking them to the fence line.
So, yeah, I think that would be my ask of the leaf, the idea of what happens next with leaf to leaf initiative.
Basically, just give recommendations.
Yes.
Cause I can tell you what I do in my yard, they're all in my flower bed right now, I'll blow them out, you know, just mulch them up, not bag them, and let them break down into the soil. That's what I do, I mow it into my grass.
But how do we get that information out
Yeah, so
to the
if you
people?
tie it into no mow, I would think like
Yeah.
a spring update.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
something
those
probably needs
things
to go
that-
out in the next
But
week
yeah,
or
I took
so.
half mine off yesterday, I'm like, I gotta mow these really quick.
Yeah, that's what I mean, that's what I do, that's what I just have
Yeah.
done in the past, and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can ask Corin if he has time to do that,
Well,
unless
if
anybody
there's
else wants to write something.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little blurb that they can put on the city's website, so our Facebook, that they can, people can say, oh, okay, that's what we do with them.
Like one paragraph.
Great.
Well, I will, as a follow-up to NOMO, or in conjunction with NOMO, I can ask Corin if he wants to do it first, and then
Oh,
kind
okay.
of.
Yeah, it's
he's
over
sort
that
of
Friday page.
spearheading the,
Well, it's a very simple things you can do with those leaves you bought.
right.
Yeah, it's food, to focus that it's food for microbes.
Fence line or blow them up and.
Yeah, it's a re,
But
it's a re.
mulch doesn't say wrong. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till May.
Well, if you just want, like, do a little brain dump and do an email, Corin would probably like a place to start, you know what I mean? Email me that, and then I can email Corin. That would be great. So, I'm gonna let you guys take this home and think about this work plan. Well, read the whole thing. if I've missed anything for what we've done, let me know, because I want to make sure that we all did a lot of hard work. I want to make sure that it all gets recognized.
You want to send that to the rest of the members?
I will.
Okay.
If you then could look at next year's plan and let me know, give me your thoughts maybe on, actually, give me your thoughts on all of these things. How do you feel about the desire to go ahead and keep participating in these things? If you think they're a good idea, can you step up and help with them? And really be the champion of that thing, not just help. And then possible new activities, take a look at those and let me know how you feel about those things and if you think they're a good expression of what we're being asked to do. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you, I'll send this out to everybody, and then in there I'll put a deadline for when I would like them to come in. And it's probably going to be from the next week, because we have to have a draft of this plan. We have to have this plan submitted to City Council on May 2nd. So, that sounds good? Okay. Joe, is that okay with you?
Yep.
Okay. And a budget will need to accompany that last item on there. But Yvonne and I talked a little bit about budget, and I think I had some of those numbers together, and I think some of these things won't necessarily cost money, it's going to be more staying power and time. All right, new business, and it goes back to the item in the work plan. This is something that Joe and I have been talking about as we've been working on the Green Our City stuff. So I think I can say that for sure on the work plan, we want to have that first line item about tree preservation, and you and I could start a working group on that. Well, that was just sort of an update. If anybody wants to be involved with that, sort of reviewing of those tree preservation ordinances and really get into the weeds on that, let me know.
I mean, I'd be happy to help review.
Me as well. And any recommendations that we make, we would formalize and bring here first. We're not going to make a recommendation as a commission unless everybody's on board. The next item of new business is, we talked about this at our last meeting, I think, trying to find a grant for volunteer coordinator, but I kind of feel like that can be part of one of our new possible activities. I don't think I delineated that on here, but I was kind of feeling like maybe we could have a subcommittee with that as a focus. And I know you had talked about potentially being involved with that, and was it Emily? Had you written some grants, or had Emily?
In the last meeting, Jerry suggested that he and I could work.
Okay, and then I thought someone said, I've written some grants. Anybody remember?
I think Jerry said that.
Okay,
So if you can identify a grant that you're gonna apply for, if you could let me know, so then we can council know to budget in the grant budget, if the money we would have to put up both sides.
so that would be, we would need to do that this budget cycle to get it budgeted for.
Ideally, yes. I know there's been times where we've gotten a grant at a different time of the year where we still fund it because it's money. So,
Because I was thinking that subcommittee, so I might start work on that as part of the new year of
Yeah.
work, so
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah, if it's worth a while, I think.
Okay.
School will find a way to.
okay. And I had one thought about something we could look for in there, so it's, I think I need to kind of put that on here. Okay. Then the next item of new business is the native pollinator garden cleanup needed. And these were locations, I think, we planted these last year. I know, Gary's been doing a little bit of weeding and a little bit of watering, and Yvonne and her crew have been doing a lot of cleanup there. Are you looking just for a volunteer?
I think we're cleaned up right now.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we wanna,
We could just talk about it at the next meeting.
Okay.
And then-
okay, that's a good idea. All right. Okay. And the last item of new business. Then, that was meant to say city liaison update, greenkeepers, honeysuckle. You gonna update us on the greenkeepers? Sorry.
So
Okay.
we have a honeysuckle sweep, April 13th at Deer Creek Park, from 8:30 to 11 o'clock. So we'll have some tools and whatnot, but feel free to bring your own tools and gloves and safety glasses, but we will have all of that as well. And parking might be tough because there will be ball games going on, so you may have to park in a circle or along Pacific. The parking lot might be pretty full, but we will be there. So to make it, that'd be great.
Are those two houses that got bought out, is that going to come for the fund?
It will be just a green space. So one other thing, so did we decide who was going to go to?
Oh, no, we
the
did
Tree
not
City
ask
USA
that.
lunch?
Sorry. Should have had Tree City USA as an item on here. So we, for those of you who don't know, the city is a Tree City USA awarded by the Arbor Day Foundation through the Missouri Department of Conservation. And every year they have a luncheon where they recognize Tree City USAs and other types of organizations for their work in this effort, and that's when we'll get the Growth Award recognition. We have 2 tickets available for that luncheon, which is, just said it, April 25th in De Pere. I was kind of checking with some folks when we came in. Would you be available that day for that luncheon? Would you like to go and hang out with a bunch of tree people?
At 10:45.
10:45 to like 1. And I will ask that question. Actually, I can just reach it. That will work.
Okay, so we have the
So I
mayor,
can ask,
Emily, Jeannie, and then,
I'll ask
one other
Liz.
person.
I can ask
Okay.
Liz.
So she could let me know tomorrow that this guy's waiting for me to give him the names.
Well, do I make, oh,
De Pere Lodge, yep,
I think it was
10:45.
10:45, right? Pretty early.
10:45.
Yeah. Yeah.
well, the lunch starts at like 11:30. Networking, and then you eat lunch and they can do work at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good, yeah. Dessert's really good.
Yeah, I remember that.
And, Joe's gonna be there
Yeah.
representing too, but he's gonna, and me, we're both gonna wear both of our hats, because I'm gonna be there for school and he's gonna be there for Beyond Happening, so. You'll see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually they groups that with one another.
It'll be 40 municipalities, and this year, Merrimack.
We're getting,
Yeah.
yeah, recognized as well.
Okay, so.
Okay, so I'll reach out to
The mayor, Emily.
Emily Hickson Shepherd, Edie Glassner,
Okay,
and I will reach out to Liz, and then,
okay.
okay, and I will let you know tomorrow. Okay. Anything else from our city liaison? Council liaison, Liz, anything like to make?
Yeah,
aware?
tomorrow is election day, it's
Yeah.
a very important day, there's
Voting
three
day.
very important things on the ballot, charter amendments, four. Council members, Prop W, and the MSD, Prop S and W. Do you have any questions about any of those?
You talk a little bit about the MSD. You know, how you guys think that might impact
Well, it will,
the W and the S?
the S is for stormwater, the W is for wastewater, and MSD is federally mandated to spend money. And if the stormwater, for example, there will be money going into funds to help flood victims. Wastewater is the same. So there will be a tax hike no matter what. It will be higher if it fails. So it would benefit residents very directly.
Do you think that, I don't know, Webster, we've got our own,
Prop W was MSD Prop W.
I know. I cannot
Well-
remember the turn of events that made.
well, I
it
wasn't
say.
thinking about that. I was
Okay.
thinking of, like, other communities have maybe more flooding than we do, you know, have you guys talked about, like, the equity, what happened?
With what happened?
With what happens with the money?
Well, MSD has these ONCI funds that come to us specifically for us. And municipalities can decide how they want to use them.
Oh, okay.
And so we do have some of those funds and there's a Deer Creek one, there's a Shady Creek one, and then there's a Gravelly Creek fund. And so those are all separated, and I know council has earmarked some of those funds for some projects, including infrastructure things and stuff. But those can also be used to help residents as well. Okay. So, as far as equity goes, just all of us that have been, especially those of us that have been attending city municipality related sustainability things and housing things, it's all about social justice. So everybody's pretty mindful of it.
I have a question.
Okay.
About our Prop W. I feel a lot of discussion on the social media community pages about the performance stage or something, the performance area.
Oh,
that
right.
might be like over here.
Mhm.
There's a lot of concern, I guess, with the neighborhoods and the sound and
Mhm.
stuff.
So that's one of the projects that, we need to look into more. If, we were to do it, how would it be self-sustainable? It's kind of a revenue thing as well, the pool. So,
Kind of where
I think it's kind of at the corner over there where there is a field. Right over here at the edge of the pool, and so it would be connected to the pool, and that if there were events, parties or whatever, you could remove some kind of barrier, and it could be all used as, kind of a larger event space.
Kind of where the sand volleyball used to be.
Oh, they were not saying volleyball anymore?
So that's what I know. We've not gone into discussion on that particular thing very much. We know what the cost would be, but we don't know what we would model it after, what municipalities have them, or what kind of.
For sure.
No, there's a lot of research, and then there's money set aside for it if we decide to do that. I mean, all of the things when it came down to what's on Prop W, everything did have a dollar amount, and it was more or less decided in groups what's gonna go in there, but knowing anything is subject to change, so.
Like everything is likely, but
That's
not.
that's the only reason we don't know what the cost is gonna be, and, there are priorities, like this building and the other parts, that's an equity issue, spread it around the whole city, spread it all to other types of, families, other types of bodies, just to cover, so it benefits everyone as much as possible, that's the basic idea. Yeah.
And there'll be
Go ahead.
community planning engagement.
Yes, and so there's been a lot of community engagement so far. It's been in the form of small group discussions, like anybody could sign up and ask for a council member to go present. I know North Webster Neighborhood Coalition, they had a meeting here. I went to a hockey event. They had a meeting, mayor spoke there. So there, Rotary, president, speaker, so there's been individual presentations around town, but just not the wider city community engagement, because we were kind of saving it for this, so there's more concrete for things for people to rely on. I know in Crestwood, there's a big thing about redoing their recreation complex, but they had a lot to respond to that was concrete for their community engagement prior, and we don't have enough concrete to do that yet. So, yeah, there's nothing has been held back. It's just kind of what makes the most sense.
I mean, I've heard a lot of yeses, so.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna go out and canvass as long as the weather holds up right after this. And I have flyers if anybody wants those informational flyers to look at. What else? Oh, so, I can't remember the organization. I think it's Healthy Planet is having an expo here on April 20th. Healthy Living.
2014. We'd actually talked about that.
I thought it was on Saturday the 20th.
Okay, we talked, well, if I have the date wrong, maybe we should talk about it again.
Sustainability is gonna have a table.
Oh, yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
and we were like,
Okay,
yeah.
you're not gonna do that, but
Correct.
attend, that's why I'm telling you.
Okay.
Come attend. And they're also gonna be, sustainability is also gonna be passing, April 20th. Sustainability is also gonna be passing out bags at Freddy's and straws, on Earth Day, on Saturday. Yeah. Go at around noon.
at Freddy's.
Freddy's and in Straub. And I don't know if they're doing it simultaneously, but, yeah. I think that's it. That's what I know. We're starting budget things. We're gonna start hearing from the department heads, budgets, and I know some of the other commissions are really busy pulling something. That's it.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Our next meeting, May 6th, 5, right back here. Hopefully get a microphone.
Have you changed your time? Are you always here now?
We just changed to this location.
Okay.
We used to be here, and then, yeah, they've added us back, so we can meet here, yeah. And then, don't forget, we'll see you on the 17th.
And the 13th of
And
December, honeysuckle.
Oh, can we just get more details?
I think I need to formally adjourn the meeting
for
Yes.
the growth award.
Oh, it just means that, if we apply for a grant with MDC, if you have a growth award, sometimes you get 5% more towards your,
Okay,
towards your match.
okay.
Would someone like to make a motion to?
Old leaf award, is that
Motion
it?
to adjourn.
That's different.